What's up, YouTube? My name is Wendy. I am a mom of three. I'm married, been married for 10 years. I have a child with, actually two children with food allergies. My oldest one does not have any food allergies. She's 8. I have a middle child named James that has, he's allergic to tree nuts and egg. He's the one that we'll be talking about, and just kind of I'll explain kind of my day-to-day life and what roads we actually have ahead of us. And then I have a 2-year-old little girl, and she's allergic to egg, so I know we'll be kind of traveling down the same path with her when we try to help get rid of these food allergies if that's possible. Sorry if you hear a lot of noise in the background. I'm sitting outside in the rain because I have crazy kids inside, so I just figured it would be easier to be outside making this video. So anyways, I'm going to make a series of videos. I'm going to be talking about different things, what to expect. If you have a child or a family member that's newly diagnosed with food allergies, like, I'm going to give you guys some, like, kind of like a guide as to like what to expect, how your life is possibly going to be. This is how my life is, and I'm just going to kind of like give you some examples as to like how to get through things. How to go to a birthday party safely, how to go to a family and friends sleepover, what to bring at places, what to always carry, what to avoid, places to avoid, how to go to school with food allergies, and just basically how to get by with stuff. And then I have more exciting news, because we are actually going to be going down a path where we're going to be doing something that's pretty new. Called oral immunotherapy. It's abbreviated OIT. I'll be doing a video about that, which talks about our journey that we're beginning right now for my son James with that. So James was, a little bit about James. James was diagnosed at 23 months with tree nut allergy. We did not know that he had any food allergies. We do have some food allergies in the family. My husband is allergic to peanuts for sure, and I believe cashews. He's never been blood tested or skin tested with it, but we do know he's allergic to it, and he carries an EpiPen. He's had several reactions, and it actually got worse as he was older. My mother is allergic to penicillin. She's had an egg intolerance for several years, and so I really think that sometimes it can cause, by you're getting it, like, it's hereditary, like, I think because my husband has food allergies, we're more susceptible to having food allergies with our children. Just like, the drug allergies with the penicillin, and stuff like that, like, you can be, more susceptible to it. So, but we never really looked at that, and we were never really cautious with that, even with like our pregnancies or anything like that. And then 23 months old, my little boy, we were, playing at a friend's, and they, have food that has nuts in it and everything. They have these, they're called Lara bars. I don't have an example because we don't keep them in our house, but they are, it's kind of like a protein bar or a snack bar, a meal replacement bar that has nuts in them. There were some wrappers that we were just kind of picking up. I think James maybe touched one, or I touched one and picked him up, and that was all it took for him to react. And he basically went into profusely, like, sneezing, like snot was coming out of his nose, his eyes were watering, his eyes were swelling, he started wheezing, he was itching all over, scratching his head. He couldn't really communicate as well about it, just because I don't even think he knew what was going on, and we didn't know what was going on. And then I thought maybe he's having an allergic reaction. He has a history, at this point he's already had a history with a reactive airway, as far as like having asthma related issues and stuff. He was 7 months old and diagnosed with RSV, was really, really sick. So we've carried stuff to do like nebulizers and stuff with us at that point. We didn't have inhalers to just really keep him safe. And we were at a friend's house that their child also has asthma, so it was like very convenient, the fact that she was able to give she was able to give a neb to my son, and he was better with that. I had given Benadryl, and then we wound up going home that night. The next morning when he woke up, his eyes were swollen shut. The skin was coming off of his eyes, on his eyelids and everything. It was really bad, and we just knew he's allergic to something. We don't know what, but he's allergic to something. And the only thing I could think of was nuts, because my husband has a nut allergy. So we go to the doctor. They draw blood tests. Sure enough, he gives us a call. He's like, this is what's going on. This is what he's allergic to. You need to avoid everything. I'm going to give you a prescription for EpiPens. Keep them with you at all times. And sent me on my way. Didn't teach me how to do the EPIs. Didn't talk to me more about how to avoid things and everything. I kind of just said, okay, I've got to go figure this out on my own. So I did. I went to the grocery stores and walked around for hours by myself at night. Walking around through the aisles and just reading labels. We have so many options of foods out there, and so many healthy foods that, crazy as it is, unfortunately, they cannot be safe because it is manufactured in the same plant that manufactures nuts, or it's on shared lines where there's nuts been cooked or baked or whatever as well. Or it straight up has nuts in it, sometimes even something, like there's ice cream. Ice cream is not safe. As far as healthy food goes, it's crazy when you think, people when they're dieting or just trying to live a healthier life and healthy proteins and fats and everything, what's one of the main easy snacks is nuts, dried nuts, eat those, and almond butter and stuff like that. And you just can't do those things at that point. So I walked around the grocery store and basically cried, walked through the aisles, looked at labels, figured out what we can have, basically threw a lot of food out in my pantry and in my house, talked with our families, let them know what's going on. They went through their pantries, tried to make it as safe as possible, and then that's when learning about what do we do when we go to a birthday party, and then what do we do when he starts school, and when he goes spend the night at his grandparents' house, what do they need to know, So that's where we really got into learning about stuff like what to avoid, how to get around things, how to use an EpiPen and stuff like that. So I'm going to make a series of videos. I'm going to do one about EpiPens and AVQs, which gives us the emergency medication should he come into contact with nuts and have an anaphylactic reaction, an allergic reaction. I'm going to talk about things that you should carry in your backpack at all times with a child that has food allergies. I'm going to do another video about what to do and what to expect when you go to school. They have these plans called 504 plans, and they are your best friend because legally the school has to go by what is in that plan to ensure that your child is safe. And then, just really talking about like how to go about it, how to live your life like this now. And then I'm also going to do another series of videos, and it's going to be our journey. It's going to be our OIT journey, our oral immunotherapy journey that James is going to be starting. And we're very excited about it. There's a lot of information out there that I'm still needing to learn. I just learned some other stuff. So basically, whenever I learn new stuff, I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to talk to you guys about it too so that you know. So anyways, hello. Get ready for me. You're going to be seeing a lot of videos. I may not have good hair, may not have makeup, may not have all that stuff all the time. It may just be a quick video, but I just want you guys to know what I'm learning so that you're not struggling, and if you have questions, because for the past 4 years, I still don't know everything about it, and I know I won't, but definitely if I can share any knowledge that I have and reach out and help people, I would love to. So stay tuned. I'll give you more info.